Hello guys! So I thought I would tune in today. I have started to redo, redo our hideous kitchen. So long story short, we bought this house about almost 4 years ago, and we pretty much renovated everything except for the kitchen. It's pretty much the last thing, and then maybe just some landscaping bits outside. And there's a lot we want to do in the coming year, including traveling and such fun stuff. And while we could dump a ton of money into the kitchen, I think we're going to try and just make do with what's here for now and see if we can spruce it up enough to make our quality of living here a little bit better, because right now it's hella ugly. This is what the cabinetry used to look like. So it's just these really thin, ugly, like particle board doors with this even uglier veneer on it. The handles were breaking off when we moved in. This was the horrible situation. What we've done is just kind of prettied these cabinet doors up. So all I did was, this is what they look like now. This is what they looked like before. So while these, if you look too close, still have quite a few flaws, I think they're a huge improvement on what was there before. These cabinets are just really terribly made as well, so I wouldn't worry too much about this situation here or the fact that the doors, like the actual cabinet bases, aren't even really made the way they're supposed to be made. It's all kind of one solid unit, and there's really nothing holding up the countertop, which is just this old gross laminate that you can see chipping here. But for now, we've kind of decided to stick with what's here and just kind of fancy it up a bit. So we got some cheap plywood. I made these kind of covers for the decals that used to be there. And then I just kind of caulked around the edges to fill them in, painted them white, and then because I didn't want to spend a ton of money, because we're going to be replacing this all later anyways, I kept this hardware. I tried to wash it and scrub it down with some baking soda to clean it up a little bit. It kind of worked. And then I just bought these handles that were only, I think, $2 a piece at Home Hardware. So that's fine for now. I can live with that. Up here, so again, this is just a cheap piece of laminate countertop, and unfortunately when we moved in we kind of just shoved a dishwasher in there. We really needed one, and when we did that it kind of caused the countertop to separate from the wall, so there was a huge messy looking gap here. Instead of replacing this, because it works for now, there's no sense in spending a ton of money on replacing it, we just got some, what's this technically called, quarter round? No, it's smaller than that, but something like quarter round. I think it only cost us $7 to do this whole expanse, and then around the corner. Painted it white, filled it in, and sealed it. And yeah, that's how we're gonna live our lives. And I think I'll do kind of like a time lapse and show you as I finish the rest of the cabinets, and you can kind of see a before and after, even though I already did the side of the kitchen. But I really wanted to start filming more like home updates, renos, DIY tutorials for my YouTube channel, and I thought this would be, like, I'm doing a huge project, so I thought, why not start now? And I realized I didn't really tell you how I was updating the cabinets, so I'm going to be doing more gluing and painting tonight and getting the rest of these ones kind of set up. But I thought I would show you what I'm using. I've been using the Rust-Oleum chalked ultra matte paint in the shade Linen White. This is what it looks like. These two have been sealed already, and I've been using the Mini Wax Polycrylic Protective Finish. This is in clear satin, and I think that one small can, which is about $15 at Home Depot, that should do this whole kitchen, no problem. We don't have a lot of cabinets. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I roll the chalk paint onto the cabinets, I let it sit overnight, And then I put one coat of the polycrylic, let it sit overnight, then I lightly sand, then I put another coat on and let it sit overnight, and then the cabinet is done. And this is my little pile of supplies. This is what we're using to make the faces of the cabinets. So it's just a really cheap plywood. I think it's only $12 for a board, and I got about 4 of these out of a board, and that does 4 cabinets. So these are for the drawers that I'm going to do tonight, I think, and these are for the rest of the upper cabinets. This is the caulking that I'm using. It's safe to paint over after 30 minutes after you apply it. And what were we using? We originally used this adhesive, but I find that just straight up Gorilla Glue is working much, much better. Plus it's cheaper, plus it's easier to use. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. And what else did I want to show you? Oh, my hardware. So these are for the cabinets, and then these are the guys I got for our, I think I haven't opened. Yeah, so these are the guys I got for our drawers. So this is one that I have that's open. And I think those are going to look really, really pretty.
What you do is you take off the thing. You see how there's holes here. You're going to go ahead and you're going to glue this area here, applying a healthy portion all the way around. I like to do an inverted maze effect. You don't have to do that. That's on you.
Are you going to put it on that too?
No.
No, absolutely not.
I'm going to slosh it around a little bit here, just to make sure it's not going to bleed over the edges, because I'm not about that. Although, due to my liberal use of glue, there is a good chance that it will, in fact, squash.
Hey guys, it's the next morning from what you just saw, and this is what I look like. It's like 9:30 in the morning. I've already put in 2 hours of work. I had an early start. I've walked the dog, I've had a coffee, and the whole point of this was I wanted to show you what, there's the dog, what the drawers are going to look like. It's very rainy here today, so it's kind of hard to focus. Let me, come on, phone. So this is what the drawers are going to look like. I still have to clean out the inside. That looks kind of rank. But this is with 1 coat of paint on it. Hey guys, so it is now the next morning, and here are 3 of my drawers painted. This one just got the first coat. This one got a second coat. This one is completely dry. It sat overnight, so that's done. As you can see, these still have, you know, little flaws, but again, we're just doing a little bit of sprucing up. We're not going for perfection here, and I'm also getting a little lazy, so I just want it to be done. So I'm just going to show you, this is the before, the polycrylic, and again, I'm using the mini wax, clear satin, water-based polycrylic. So I'm going to put this on with this brush, and I will show you what it looks like afterwards. Okay, so as you can see, actually it's hard to tell on camera, but I just applied the polycrylic. That's what it looks like. It's kind of a clear, thin liquid. It's very drippy, so just keep that in mind. So you can see it looks a little glossy. Can you guys see that? This needs to sit, dry, or cure, or whatever. I just let it go overnight. I think you're supposed to let it go for like 3 days officially, but I just ain't nobody got time for that. So I'm going to leave it to dry overnight, then give it a quick sand, and then reapply, let it dry again, and give it another really light sanding, and then it'll be done. Okay guys, so here are what the handles look like. Now that they're on, these drawers have been painted, they've been sealed, and Shawn is almost done securing the handles. Right now they only have one screw in them, but I think it looks much better. Of course, this gap here is terrible, this is terrible, but there's not much we can do about that unless we put in new cabinets, and right now we're gonna stick with this. So yeah, I just thought I would show you what that looks like. Last on my list is to do these two cabinets and those two cabinets, and then we'll be all finished. So I will probably post an updated photo on my Instagram and on Twitter once that's done. But I think that's it for this vlog.